Hello guys and welcome back to school. Well, homeschool. And today we're gonna start working in my math book. So we're gonna start on page 619, which is my review. It's a review of the topics we already have seen before we left, before you were in a break. But before we start, what I want to do is to show you or refresh these concepts. Before we left to the break, we saw two types of clocks, the digital one and the analog. Which was the difference? The digital shows the time in numbers, just using numbers. For example, here I have 2 o'clock. It shows me the number right away. I don't need anything else. And in the analog, you have 2 hands on the clock, which shows you minutes and hour. So it gives you the time. For example, here I have 3 o'clock. Okay? So that was basically the difference. And we also saw how to measure. For example, remember, I have this pencil right here. Yes, baby. And I am going to use a ruler, again, to measure it. So remember, it has the numbers in centimeters. And you go from the 0 where the pencil starts to the end. This is 18 centimeters. And that's how I measure. Remember, you can also measure with different things like a paper clip, a block, a coin, and another stuff. For example, let me show you right now. Okay, I have a coin here, 1 peso coin. And this helps me measure a crayon. How many coins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This crayon, it's about 5 peso coin. Okay, so that's the way you can measure with different things a lot of objects. Okay, and another thing we saw is, for example, I have the pencil, this other pencil, and I have an eraser. You can measure them, or you can easily tell that the purple pencil is longer than the other 2 objects. So this is the longest, and this is the shortest. Longest and shortest. Which is the correct order? Well, if I put them in order from the shortest to the longest, the eraser will be number 1, this will be number 2, and this will be number 3. And if I go from the longest to the shortest, I will go from the purple pencil first, then the second pencil, and then at the end, the eraser, because it's shortest. Okay? So, let's start with a review. I am gonna start reading in the first page, 619, and we will answer together. Okay? I am gonna give you some time to answer, and then you check. Okay? So, we have number 1. Well, first of all, it says complete each sentence. We have gaps in the sentences, and we have options. The options are analog clock, digital clock, half hour, which is 30 minutes, remember, length, which is how long it is, measure, that is what we do with a ruler or different objects, minute, and o'clock, which is no minutes in an hour, in a time, okay? So, number 1, it says, is a type of clock, these are my 2 options of clock, that only uses numbers to show the time, Which is it? Only uses numbers. Okay, so as you can tell in the number 1, it's digital clock. A digital clock is a type of clock that only uses numbers to show time. It only uses numbers, not hands, nothing else. Number 2, 30 minutes past the hour is also called 30 minutes. Remember, what is 30 minutes in a clock? When it already passes the 30 minutes, how do we call it? Okay, it's called half hour. So number 2, 30 minutes past the hour is also called a half hour. Great. Number 3, to find the length of an object, you can, what do we do? To find the length of an object, you have to what? You can what? I'm sure you already got it. Number 3, of course, you can measure it. Very good. I know you're doing a good job. Number 4, you can measure how long an object is, or it's how long it is. What is it? What is the word we use to say how long it is? To tell how long it is, we also call it length. Okay? I know you're doing a great job. Number 5. And is a clock that uses an hour and a minute hand. 2 arrows, 2 hands. What is the other type of clock? Digital or analog? Which is it? Well done. I know you got the answer. The answer is analog clock. Number 5, analog clock. Number 6, the word is used to tell the time with no minutes, with a specific hour with no minutes. How do we call it? 2, 3, that it's exactly the time. What is it? I know you got it right. Of course, number 6 is o'clock. The word o'clock is used to tell time. Number 7. There are 60 seconds in one what? For example, in 1 hour, there's 60 minutes. There are 60 seconds in one. Of course, guys, the number 7, it's minute. So these are the answers. This is the order. I am super sure you got them, all of them right. And now I want to ask you, please to solve by yourself the page 620, 621, and 622, which is the reflection. It's about these topics. I know you're going to do a great job, and any doubt, I'll be around. Okay, guys? So happy to see you back, and bye.